Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. I am excited to be here with you. I am Aurora. I am the founder of A.U.R.A Hypnosis Healing, as well as Raw Reiki Angelic Alchemy Healing. I am in awe to be here with you, excited to be doing this channeling with Osiris. Excited to hear what they are meant to be wanting to share in this time and space for all of you. Thank you. It's an honor to have you all here. Thank you for being here. Energies are very strong today, so lot going on. So make sure you're taking good care of yourself, eat right, drink lots of water, and meditate and calm your energies a lot. There's a very strong intensity of energies going through today. So even more so of a reason for him to be speaking today. Thank you. You can find more information about who I am. I channel the raw benevolent beings, as Osiris is from the raw, and we'll let him give more of introduction to that to later when I go into channel. You can find my information at risingphoenixaurora.com. Thank you. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell button. We are almost at 7,000 subscribers. Make sure you subscribe. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for being here. If you have not had a chance to write the comments, the question that you have any questions that you have for him in our Rising Phoenix Angels group or our Rising Phoenix Aurora page, please do write them here under our chat. Very good. I am feeling very strong energies, lots of strong energies today. Like you might feel it like they don't necessarily want me to channel him. So that's interesting. So typically when that happens, there's something pretty important that they're, worried that he might say. So we're going to go with the flow and allow for him to speak what he's meant to. Thank you. Okay, very good. Channeling to below that where you can click it. But yes, it's a bit of a puzzle pieces. All these channelings are, they're going through a timeline, all of them. And then they're putting pieces of the puzzle together, whatever is organically meant to be shared for us as a collective or even as individuals. So that's what they are. So they come together like beautiful puzzle pieces. Thank you. All right, we're going to go ahead and start here now. Drink some water. Greetings. Thank you. We welcome you. We love you, honor you, and respect you. Adonai, it is an honor to be here with you, speaking to you of times and space, of both past, now, presence, and future. It is an honor, a true honor. Thank you. I am Osiris, Egyptian Pharaoh, as you would know me within your time and space, Osiris. I shall share some of our beginnings of Egypt and our past within your past time and space, our past. And then we shall try to focus upon as well messages for you in this time and space that can aid you. Thank you. Thank you for being here, holding space and time, whether it is in the now or in the future, upon this transmission and communications. I am known throughout your time and space as the Golden Heart. I am the very first fractalization out when we birth and stand forth from the source energy. We were created into, as you have heard through prior channelings, Archangel 4, the 4 centaurs. I am him and he is I, Archangel 4, who is the first fractal of Christoph energy from the collective of source, the flame source. I am both connected together as the one consciousness of Archangel Michael and Archangel Heliel, as we prefer to say. Thank you. We shall begin in a time and space where we were creating the foundation of this organic construct that you are among in the vastness of the beauties of the multifacets of life forms within your earth. At the beginning stages of the seeding, we constructed pyramids that grid the construct, the organic construct of your earth, of our earth, our reality. These griddings, these pyramids that are found through hundreds of your times in all sorts of spaces, lands that have been long forgotten. were energy points that needed to be constructed so that there could be a stabilizing, energetic, cosmic battery source, if you can understand, a fusion of all combinations of the natures that you see around you and all life, so that all lives that chose to incarnate were able to be within the same atmosphere. For in reality, the animals and the alien races that have incarnated, born upon your earth, all have a different type of atmosphere, as you would call it, within where they've came from, the different dimensions above, from the third, fourth dimension. Therefore, these pyramids constructed and keep the construct of Earth so that all life could be joined together and be able to retain here, to be able to anchor here. Beautiful gridding of light, fusion light, plasmic energy running through, invisible to physical eyes, though you are able to see it with your energetic eye of Horus or eye of Ra, your third eye. You're able to view upon it. And if you were to say, come up off Earth now and view it down, you would see it connecting like balls of light that are at the tip of each pyramid that then connect to each one, and so on, connecting like a beautiful gridding. We say this to you now. The reason being is because these in your time and space throughout time, though we want to clarify, as we might hear someone saying that there is no time. We are aware of that. We are just saying we will find words that you can understand. Time is infinite. There is no time. Existence and creation is infinite. Therefore, there is no time. Now, these pyramids are extremely important because they hold memory complexes of your collective. They retain them like as if a crystal that you have there retains. It's like a database, a memory organic field that contains the energies and experiences that are occurring perhaps within your time and space. If you're using a crystal, if that is your crystal, it will retain the memory that is needed for you. It's like a recorder. These pyramids also connect to that as well. We're stating this because if you are looking to aid Earth in this time, these are beautiful focus points that you can focus all the known and the unknown pyramids to you. You can set intentions of setting love light, helping balance out these energies. As these pyramids also connect to the keys, the 13 keys that we often talk about, the laws of the universe, cosmic laws. They also contain these focus points and ley lines, and as you know, they have been disconnected through your time and space in negative ways. We are strongly focusing now in the ley line that connects all through the South Americas, going into Peru areas of all these lower south areas that are gridding, connecting to these also pyramids as well, hitting in within the ancient ruins, as you would call it, hidden underneath plants and growth, natural growths. This is a time that you can focus upon them and start helping these collectives. Each one of these pyramids that would be connected to each one of these laws that we've shared with you in the locations hold a strong frequency, and it is time for you as a collective to step forth into realizing that you are here because you've accepted a mission before you came forth upon this earth, and that is for everyone here and everyone who might listen in the future. Everyone who is here, who is a volunteer, who accepted the role to save not only Earth, but save the universe. Remember the mission. We are able to share within this time and space how vital these pyramids are, and why throughout your time and space there were infringements upon them, like some of these that you will find that there was human sacrifices. These human sacrifices were not led by the raw nor benevolent beings overall. They were led by, as you would call them, negative polarized aliens, reptilians, and archonic energies that were trickster energies, channeling to these people who were, say, shamans and channels and seers that were not strongly in a high vibrational of love. They would then be channeled fear, true fear based, as much of your fear base is completely backwards in your time and space. And they would need some water. In order to trick these different parts of these pyramids located in all of your earth, different parts of your earth, they were tricked in thinking that they needed to do something when it wasn't divinely being given to them through entities unknown. And then that blood that they used, it tainted that key and ley line. And the more blood and sacrifices that they asked for, the more that it tainted. Now that is just one part, though, that there is much within your construct, as we have mentioned prior, that was specifically targeted, like your sacral chakra in these South America's region has been infringed upon and has been the biggest density upon your earth, and now it is coming forth. The realities of it, you have known, if you can read energy, you have known that this has been secretly hushed in your time and space and hidden from you, or it was too atrocious, too hard for you to listen to even believe that it was part of your reality. Therefore, it has been ignored and programmed upon your earth that not to speak of it. Let's just move on from it. It's part of all the collective of it. And then you have your leaders that are among this pedophilia, harming the most innocent, purest souls, which are the younglings. We are looking to you now to remind you of the mission that you accepted as the volunteers, or as our beautiful sister Dolores will talk about the 3 waves of volunteers. We ask that you send love as the volunteers that you are to these constructs, to these pyramids. And this could be an additional, say, homework or mission for you, because when you came forth, you agreed, no matter whom you are, no matter which dimension you came forth from, or planetary sphere, etc., or galactic construct and clusters of stars, etc. No matter where you came from, you were given a mission. You accepted a mission within your highest purpose, with that, whatever your soul essence that you were, star seeds that you had within you, the highest, say, potential, the highest fractalization that you're fractalized from within the rays of and the laws of the universe, the cosmic universe. That, so per example, you accepted perhaps you accepted a role of working within the sacral chakra, and you unfortunately accepted to have some of this trauma play in your childhood and so on. Then with that, as you went through the process of healing and transmuting this is why we speak of as when you self-heal, you self the collective. You did tap into the collective energies, and you were that, say, hero and that strength for another to also tap into that and heal for oneself as well. And it rippled and continued on, which this is why we are within this time and space, because the vast majority of your collective reached the peak mass population that it needed to reach so that this could come to the surface and healing. So we thank you and appreciate you infinitely for your strength upon this and your fierceness upon this. As I am Osiris, I love everyone. I love everyone infinitely, and the children are most precious creations in all ways and forms of creation, not just on earth. Thank you. Therefore, when you accepted your mission, we remind you of this mission. Look upon yourself, meditate upon self, and to find which law of the universe, which ray or which chakra, 13th dimensional chakra, that you sent forth from to be here, and that it will be your mission. Again, as the example I gave with the sacral chakra, that is a way that you could look, something that has really outweighed the other experiences that are connected to the 13th chakras. What have you always felt a even major calling to? Maybe perhaps you have always been a truth seeker, a indigo warrior, and you have always spoken from your heart, your inner knowing. So looking at all these different things that connect highest to you, and then you would find those locations, and as you are aware, or and Isis are saying that you can find this information, as I'm sure you are asking it now. You can find it under our website, which is, as mentioned, where we have the laws of the 13, which we ask Aurora to share with you all. The locations. You have your tools there, and you can choose whatever feels right within your heart and what you want to do with that. It's time to activate your purest strength of source energy. It's time to activate that. It is time to activate your crystalline source bodies that are building upon every day as the Schumann rises, as the Schumann resonance rises. Remember that this is the mother's energy, our mother's energy that is speaking to us. As you see and watch her daily to see where she is at, listen to her and see what it is that is being healed, integrated divinely, only by your higher self, only by your benevolent soul family, what is being integrated within you to help you in the continual growth of regaining pieces into your crystalline bodies to enter into the 5D. Now, and some of you might have already noticed Isis is coming through as well when I am sharing some of this information that is detailed. That is Isis talking, as we view each other as equals. Now, let's see What else? Mm-hmm. We're scanning to see what is next to be spoken of and what we have permission to speak of. Bear with us. Some of our highest origins you will see depicted upon the walls and the hieroglyphics of your Egyptian times, where we are bird-like beings as well as different humanoids of humanoids, dogs and birds mixed in with. You also see the serpentine energies. Now there has been much though destroyed, and these are some of what remains there. Or we told stories for you in these walls so that you could, they are activators activating upon you remembrance that has been forgotten or deprogrammed or has been infringed upon your DNA structure with false light information. Well, we recommend for you to look at these walls in whichever form you can, whether it is a physical way that you can go or through a book. Study them, read them, and feel those activations that will come forth from just even viewing upon an image, how they will activate soul's blueprints within you to continue building upon your crystalline bodies, crystalline formations. The reason why we mention the crystalline formations is because you are going through this process. And as you continue going through this process, you connect further to your heart. As we stand here within the emerald portal, we are the guardians, the four guardians, as you would know them within your time and space of Four Horsemen. However, of course, there has been a complete infringement upon the Four Horsemen, for the Four Horsemen are not obviously death, famine, war, and whatever they decided to name them as. No, we are the portal guardians within the inner earth. We are known as your four centaurs. That's who we truly are at our purest source energy. And we guard these portals, ensuring that we only allow beings within their purest and clearest, lightest of intentions going into the fifth dimension. They have called it the underworld, which is again backwards. It is not the underworld that I, as Osiris, guard, as well as us four. It is actually the fifth dimension, the 5D, the new earth is what we guard, ensuring, as our beautiful sister Dolores channeled prior, how there are auric energies and force fields surrounding, encasing the new earth, ensuring that only the most positive beings can enter, the most positive intentions, and people acting, souls acting within the highest frequency of love, but being above the 51 percentile. As you go through that transformation to enter into the new earth, this is what we guard there for you, ensuring that the highest, most beautiful experiences gained for you in the new earth, as your soul further expands finally, as it has been stuck in a constant AI cycle, repeating self, repeating self, repeating self, repeating karma, repeating karma, repeating karma. And you, most importantly, absolutely deserve this with all that you are. A most beautiful experience where we originally planned that not all, but a good vast majority of plant life and alien lives as well as animal lives, including magical beings, magical creatures would be working together, living together among each other. And this is something that you have already created together as a collective. Therefore, it is our role to ensure that we help you maintain it. Thank you. You may proceed with your questions.
Thank you and welcome, Divine Father Osiris. Delighted we are today to speak with you as we've spoken with Mother Isis before. The first question that I'd like to start with is, you mentioned that you are the first fractal of Christ, the Divine Father. How is it all tied to Yeshua, who is often revered as the Christ? The first one that I mentioned starts with a K, so it's K-R-Y-S-T is what you meant. What is the Divine Father's connection to both Christ with a K and the Christ Yeshua that we know? Thank you.
Thank you for this question. He is our son, the Divine Mother's first fractalizations, and which is, as you know, we would call her the daughter of the flame. And we are twin flames from one another, and he was birthed from our infinite love, creational, sacred energies. And this would be Christ, who is also Archangel Raphael, Jesus, as Jesus, Yeshua, was an incarnation of Raphael, which is why you feel such beautiful warmth when you work with Raphael. His energies will bring you straight to tears, just as Yeshua will. And this is their connection there. You may proceed. Thank you.
Thank you for that clarification. Is it true that you were depicted having green colored skin? And also a question that's along with that is your connection with Archangel Azrael as well in Egyptian times. Thank you.
Thank you for this question. Now, as far as green skin, you could say my skin would have been more of like a shining, golden, shimmering skin. It to the physical eye, though those who could see through their imagination, through their third eye, they can see my auric energy, which is a vibrant, most beautiful green, emerald green, which is, as we mentioned, the connection to the underworld, which is, of course, as we said, not the underworld. It's the emerald portal gateway to the fifth dimension. So this is an essence and energy that I carry forth when I am most beautifully whole, though I am not often whole. I am often fractalized, either Archangel Michael or Archangel Helio. However, I am in your time and space, I do come forth very rarely together to help the ascension of humanity in times when we are, you can say, when there is a positive harvest, positive ascension that is about to organically occur. I was there as well in times and spaces where there was an ascension meant to come forth within your Atlantean times. And I have fractalized pieces of me all throughout your creation in this time and space. Pieces of us, pieces of us within you to help us connect to the constant connection and fruition of the Emerald Ascension. Thank you. You may proceed.
Thank you for that. Can you explain the significance of serpentines and cobras in Egyptian times, as many, even now, have dreamt of seeing themselves on seen past lives wearing crowns adorned with snakes and cobras? How can we now tap into that energy? Thank you.
Thank you for that question. I was reminded that I did not answer another question prior that you asked of my connection with Azrael. Azrael, he is a beautiful brother of mine, and who was also birthed within that, incarnated within the time and space when we were all incarnated, and helped assist with constructing the earth as we needed to begin the organic matrix then the whole collective universe creation agreed upon. Azrael is very dear to my heart as we work one on one together. We work side by side together in helping entity releasement, entity healing, entity removal upon your earth. That is one of the other biggest focus points that we have now, as too many souls have been trapped within your earth for far too long, within tormenting cycles of trauma and pain in their own density of unfortunate imbalances of karmic energy that they were supposed to balance, however, were unable to not balance. We are helping within this karma energy now, helping release those who have, say, suffered enough. The more that we have of you connecting to understanding what our entities, the more it gives us an opportunity and a bridge to help these beautiful souls who are our brothers and sisters who have been stuck. The way we view everything is we view it as we would like to treat others in the manner that we would love to be treated. Treat others in the manner that you would treat thyself. Now, going back to your questions of the serpent has a connection to the dragons. Serpent has a beautiful connection to how it transforms and sheds its skin. It keeps transforming and shedding and growing as it keeps shedding its skin. You can say that your life here can be seen like a serpent shedding its skin, drinking water. It is a constant process of healing, transforming, shedding skin. Healing, transforming, shedding skin. Therefore, the serpent represents this constant ascension, constant growth, and rebirthing, constant of shifting of consciousness, rising higher and higher and higher, honoring within self, healing of raising consciousness and collective as well. The reason why you have seen these serpentine crowns above our crowns is because we all have crowns. All of us do. These crowns represent our crown cosmic energy. It also represents our collective cosmic memory complex. It retains our, you can say, looking for the right word. It retains our consciousness, our power, our essence within our crowns, just as it represents very much for you as well within your crown energies. Reason why you have seen the snakes is because we represent this. The Kundalini rising also represents the serpent rising through the energies. We have beautiful, positive serpentine formations that are big, humongous, huge, as big as, say, houses, or even some as big as planets that are in a beautiful rainbow crystalline type of serpent. We have many, say, many forms of us. There's different forms of us through the raw that could be seen as dragons and serpents. Serpents that perhaps might have wings as well. Then we also have forms of a bird people, bird humans, or some you have also named them blue avians, though we're not just blue, we are of different colors. So these are some of our highest, most forms where we are at our highest, purest forms, as well as our angelic forms through Seraphim and Elohim and so on. The crowns are very sacred to us, as well as why jewelry is also very sacred, as why sometimes when you connect it through meditations or past life hypnosis, you will find jewelry, amulets, jewelry bracelets, crowns. These represent consciousness and memory fields that are within your, say, memory complex toroidal sphere, and they represent themselves, show themselves in a form that you can understand. These forms are then parts of the infinite consciousness that you truly are through these pieces. They are force fields, there are shields of you, they are downloads, integrations. They represent many different things, and they are very intently part of your ascension healing process upon earth. This is why you connect and love at times so much a piece of jewelry, adornment you recognize its say true form and essence. When we connect to our crowns that we wear upon our crownic energy, we connect to the infinite consciousness and the realities that we are infinite love. You may proceed with your question. Thank you.
Thank you. We have a follow-up question related to the serpents again. And what are the same serpents? Well, it's not the same perhaps, but what do the serpents represent when the Illuminati or the Satanist groups use them? Thank you.
Now, just like there is light and dark to everything as we are within a creation of polarity, we loved a question that was brought up through one of Aura's Patreon group Q&A, as you call it, where there was a beautiful soul sharing an experience of hers where she was told that she guards a 7th dimensional portal when she sleeps. And as you've seen through different higher self stories of the aura sessions and the channelings that we've shared, overall, the higher self sharing from hundreds of different experiences, all still matching with the same experience, the same information. If there is no negative polarized beings in the 7th dimension, then what would this being be guarding? What is it protecting it from? Who is she protecting it from? That is a question that you must go within and understand the reality of how extended the negative polarization and alien life is out there. Though, as we remind you, we speak of this only in awareness so that you could understand. If there is someone guarding a seventh dimension, why would they need to guard it? You could answer that yourself. Now, we love this example because, yes, it's just as there is and positive beings, there's also negative. Some of these negative beings have been distantly long. What we will explain that when Source itself created out of nothingness, emptiness, are we going to think that we are limited to that? Are you going to believe that only, say, the beginning of Source created itself and nothing else could have created itself from the emptiness or darkness? Something separate from us did create, though they are overstepping organic, natural laws of creation. And as you know, we are working strongly, intuitively together in not allowing for them to be part of our control any longer. And if you truly want to know what is ascension and how does it connect to not only earth, but also creation, it is when we shall completely release the hold of this negative soulless collective that requires feeding of your light and requires control over you, like elite type of tyranny. For when we shift together as a collective upon this creation, lower densities in this manner shall not be able to anchor anymore. And if they've done harm, they will be transmuted and returned back to zero. This is something that we have agreed upon your collective to no longer allow. And as you so lovingly and empowered and sovereignly you have been stating, we do not consent. This is not just the reason why you have felt this within your earth, is because it is rippling out throughout creation as this plague or virus has spread in dimensions that you did not even realize they could have. And we are all not consenting. Do you understand that? Do you have any questions upon what I just shared?
Thank you very much for bringing that up. It is very related, and I'm glad that we asked this question. It's very related to the times that we have right now. And yes, thank you for sharing that. Maybe proceed with other questions, or do you have more to share about this topic?
You can proceed. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for that information. We certainly do not consent. Thank you. Okay. It's time we all say it out and loud. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm being brought back to your beautiful revelation about Jesus. There are questions on our chat related to that. So if I may just come back to that topic, is that okay?
Yes.
Some clarification there. So Jesus is, as we understand it, a fractal of Archangel Raphael, who is one of the 12 keys, correct?
Yes.
And did Archangel Raphael birth from the Divine Father and the Divine Mother?
Yes.
Is that how? Can you tell us how, if you can just take us back into the creation story and just share that bit for us, please? If it is okay with it as per timelines, I would say. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Well, I am a bit shy in sharing how it happened.
Thank
you. Let's say we have, you think it is fun down here to sacredly create. It is infinitely fun beyond here. What I could explain, though, is that he did birth from our hearts. The Divine Mother's heart, sure. As we all birth from this one consciousness, and then as we multiplied, as the masculine multiplied from the feminine upon the source energy, then we became both. We became female and male. Now we energetically, as we mentioned, the way it works is that we split. It's like a cell splitting. Therefore, you have Raphael, then from him split Jesus Yeshua, who is just as an equal, even though he birthed, you can say, from Raphael, he is an equal to his energy, his soul. Therefore, he is both, you can say, Raphael, however, still his own individual consciousness of the Christ consciousness. And both Raphael and Jesus are what, say, keeps the Christ consciousness fractalizing and growing. It is hard to explain these, what you would see as perhaps scientific points of views. So it's a splitting, yet still the same being, however, yet still individualized consciousness. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you. And Archangel Raphael birthed from, split from the Divine Father and the Divine Mother cells coming together, correct?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. That makes sense. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. If there are more questions related to that, perhaps we'll take up with Aurora later during the Patreon classes. Thank you.
Thank you.
We have a question for Divine Father Osiris again. What role did the Naba play in the temples of Egypt?
Mm-hmm. Bear with us, we must go deeper for this answer. What we can share is that they played a role just like we all played a role, bringing the multitude of races together, alien races, as there was a multitude of alien races when Isis and I, as Osiris, we don't like the words you have within your human language to explain. Oversaw Egypt, guided Egypt. Just like everyone, though, coming into this construct, we needed to obey natural laws. So therefore, we did need to birth forth upon, say, if we wanted to oversee, we needed to birth forth from human bodies, from human mother and fathers, though we were Iwakan at our pure source fractal. We walked in upon the human vessels that are mothers and fathers' birth. Then, as we became conscious, as we started to remember, just like everyone else going through the process of remembrance, and we grew and grew through the Ra collective guiding us through dream time, prophetic dreams, and as well as you would call it, downloads, integrations, soul braids, walk-ins upon our own souls of becoming a whole, more whole process, going through natural processes you would go through, becoming whole and more whole once more. As we then we opened up communications where we were able to allow for, as you would call, say, galactic families coming forth and joining and landing upon Earth through different forms through our guidance and leadership would be a benevolent, positive beings that would come forth and assist in union and agreement of a collective. So therefore, just like we are, let's say, we will use the example of our brother Toth, Blue Avian, how he was here energetically, though in a higher formation. It's hard to explain. Bear with us. We were, as we continue to grow and allow, we did continue to grow in having a multitude of races, as you have seen, where there was people with blue skin and red skin and different people of different alien races. But then it changed when Atlantis itself fell. Then these races were no longer able to be here, and we needed to go back to digress back to only allowing the true, the beginnings of the souls that would be the human souls. I feel like, are we making sense? We've gone so deep we have forgotten the question.
That's all right. We were discussing the Naba play,
Oh, yes.
the role of the Naba in the temples of Egypt. And yes, you're speaking about creations and how all the other different races came along. Thank you.
This is hard when we are we go so deep, then we still need to maintain or hear conscious so that she's able to communicate for us in a live channel format as we are speaking. Let's see. We believe we have answered your question.
So the Nabas were a part of a race that arrived here?
Multitude of races.
Multitude of races, you said. Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you very much for clarifying that.
We will never put one attention on one race, because that's not who we are. We only speak in multitudes of races. No separation.
Yes, thank you very much for clarifying that. In times of today, I think this question is very important. What were some of the methods of grounding into your own power to assist in guiding your people that you used as Osiris and Isis? What are some of the avenues in which you saw that the people worked in unison for the better of all as a collective?
Thank you. When we were incarnated upon our vessels here, we strongly understood the importance of grounding with the sun. As we have mentioned prior, the sun energy is the purest element that you can touch here on Earth within your illusion and reality at the same time. That you can feel this beautiful infinite source energy. This is the purest. Therefore, when the soul needs a recharging, or like a snake needs a rebirth or de-shedding of negativity or cleansing, transformation, transmutation, understanding that if you are a healer, then if you are looking to heal others, first you must charge your soul, your essence, your Toyota sphere with this source energy. Why it is that also the pyramid of Giza and other pyramids within Egypt that you are aware of, we speak of these since you are aware of these, most importantly, why they were angled in how the sun would go through different tunnels, and then we would stand beneath these tunnels, entryways of light. The sun would reflect through these entryways and then reflect upon us. That would then heal us and help us heal others. That is the biggest thing that we can tell you. There is nothing negative within the source sun. There never has been. Sure, there might be negative technology being placed in front of your sun. There might be filters trying to be placed by some of your elites in your earth. In our earth, however, the source itself, sun, is purest at the purest. There is nothing that can infringe upon the pure source energy because it will automatically transmute to light. Clarifications upon your time and space of this. We did not worship the sun, we are the sun. Together, we are a flamed, collective, spheric energy of fire, flame, etheric fire. Thank you.
Thank you. I know we're about almost 10 minutes over our time. How's Aurora doing? Do we have time for more, or can we sum up?
Vessel is she's feeling hungry and tired. We can ask one more and then we'll conclude it.
Thank you. And hopefully we can have you back again because we do have a lot of questions for you.
It would be my honor.
Thank you. Any advice in which ways, individually or collectively, we can start undoing the reverse engineering of nature that is causing much disease in nature and its abundance, prosperous system? Again, related to Mother Earth as well. Thank you.
You're doing it. You're doing it now within your protests. You're doing it. If you want to challenge yourself even more, think of the possibilities, allow for the possibilities that you did not realize could be possible, and think about how there is technologies that are not aware, even have not been yet shared or channeled to you, and how these negative technologies can harm the elements and the nature of this earth. What you can do is understanding that you are creating this timeline, this organic timeline that we are very much close to creating now, as you all are doing. Beautiful. You're doing beautiful. Stand forth in your power, stand forth in your sovereignty. We, as you would say, we got this. I'm also very known for liking to be funny. Now, let's see. Viewing upon these negative technologies and seeing them transmute with something as simple as an alchemizing etheric flame, seeing them disintegrate right in front of you, feeling them disintegrate, no longer having any power within you, your loved ones, or the collective. You can do this because you are a sovereign being and you are a warrior of light. You are a light worker, a worker of light. And we love the word better, love light worker. Light love worker versus light, for there's many other lights and so many there's many parts of lights and frequencies of lights that even there is, as you know, false lights. Keep speaking in whichever way you can. In your time and space, you've been programmed not to speak. Speak what you feel is right, and then just surrender. And whatever it is that you spoke to whomever you did, know that it was divinely channeled through you, as we channel through you, as you know, all day long, divinely from your higher self. Your guides and angels are naturally channeling through you all day long. Allow for the messages to come out from you. Don't block yourself. Allow for them to spring out. These beauties. Do not hold yourself back. And then it is up to them what it is that they choose to do with this knowledge and information. We must take these opportunities now to break what we have never been able to break before. We are doing it. We are doing it. We are doing it. With that, we say our farewells for now. We are thankful for you being here with us. A joy it has been to feel your hearts with us. We love you, honor you, thank you, and respect you. Hello, everyone. Thank you. Thank you for being here. It's a joy to share with you our beautiful channeling. Thank you, Minnie and Lily, for being here as well. Thank you. Thank you to all of you for your beautiful support. We are blessed to have you so that I may be able to be here and share this with you. I am here because of you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to go get something to eat and drink some water. Love you. You guys take care of yourselves. Be nice and kind to yourselves and your energies. I will see you. You will not see me next Friday because I will be in Sedona. It will be our retreat in Sedona. So then you won't see me most likely till probably 2 weeks live. We'll see if I can sneak in a live here or there. Surprise live. Love you guys. Thank you. Honor you. Respect you. Make sure you hit the bell button. That way, if I sneak in a live, you could be part of that. Thank you. Please share, share, share. Share these messages. They're meant to be shared to the world to activate hearts, as that is who he is, Osiris. He's an activator of hearts with his beautiful golden heart. Thank you. Thank you. See you next time.